Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my makeup decluttering series. In part 1, we decluttered all of my base products. I'm talking foundations, concealers, primers, highlighters, blushes, bronzers, you name it. So now we've got the rest of my makeup collection to tackle. So let's get started. Now it's time for lip products. So I'll try and dig out my glossy products first. So I think this is the extent of all my glossy style product. So this is a lip balm, a lip tint from Frank Body. Wear this a lot, keeping this one. These are both lip oils, one from Barry M in the shade So Precious, and this is a limited edition Beauty Pie Collagen Lip Oil with lots of gorgeous shimmer in it, keeping both of those because they are stunning and really comforting to the lips. If you're looking for something glossy with great colour payoff, I recommend the Kiko Milano Creamy Lip Glosses. This pinky shade is 103 and this ruby shade is 105, and I'll be keeping both of these. This is an old lip balm from a soap collaboration with Makeup Revolution. This will be an empty very soon, so I've had a lot of use out of this one and I'm definitely going to finish it off. Don't really care for this e.l.f. lip gloss, it's just not very hydrating. Equally, this Essence product, it looks pretty old. This is a Kiko Jelly Stylo, I think. Yes, it's a Jelly Stylo in shade 502. It's a really lovely nude, but it doesn't have much colour payoff, it's more of a lip topper. I'm not sure if you can see that nude glow here. It is quite nice, so I'll be keeping this. Equally, I'll be keeping this mini NARS lip gloss in this gorgeous pink colour. As you can tell, I love my glossy products. Moving on to some longer lasting lipsticks now. We have this Kiko Unlimited Double Touch in the shade 120. It has some lovely shimmer to it and it's sort of a Your Lips But Better colour. Keeping this. Also keeping this one is the Colour Stay Satin Ink in Partner in Crime. It's a really nice mauve colour. So this is the swatch of this one. And then we have the Milani Colour Fetish lipstick. Gorgeous packaging, and for a matte lipstick this is super comfortable and not at all drying. And you can see very complimentary shade there. This is supposedly a dupe also for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. So I think I've just about dug out all my other bright shades. This is the Luna by Luna lipstick in Pixie. I didn't even know I owned this. I'm probably not going to keep it because I've got no idea how old it is. This is a newer product to me and it's a Satin Sheen Lip Stylo from MUA and it's really glossy. So it's a really nice nudie coral tone. And you can see that gorgeous shine there. I don't really care too much for the Wet n Wild lipsticks. I think they're lovely, but they just don't last long. This Flower Beauty lipstick in the shade Coral Crush. Really pigmented, very bright. Hopefully I'll wear it sometime in the summer. It is quite bright though, but I will keep it. This is from Benecos, which is a natural beauty brand, and I love this lipstick. It's in the shade Peach, which is nice and simple. A classic wearable peachy tone with some lovely shine. And one of my favourite glossy lip products is this colour balm, which is from Mercadona, a Spanish supermarket. It's their own brand, and this is in the shade 05. And you can see how shiny and glossy that is, and it doesn't look anywhere near as red as the product looks in the packaging. Much more of a raspberry colour. So I've just spotted this other lip balm, which I hadn't noticed earlier, from Revolution. It's a Good Vibes balm, no to this one. And this MAC lipstick, which I received in an advent calendar in the shade Syrup. Lovely cool pink. Don't own many cool toned lipsticks, so I shall keep this one. Apparently it makes your teeth look whiter when you wear a cool toned pink. And then moving into my neutrals. So these are more my nude toned lipsticks. So I've got two from Beauty Pie. I've talked about these quite a lot. I've got them in Naked Pink, yes, and Nude Blush, of course. This is a classic lipstick from Revolution and it's in the shade Chauffeur. Lovely brownie nude tone, really wearable, great everyday shade. Now I love this packaging from Kiko. I love that it's magnetic. So much satisfaction from that. And I also love the detail on the lipstick. I don't know if you can see the floral detail there, but I find it's quite drying and it's a bit of a nothing colour. It doesn't have much pigment, so I shall say no to this one, unfortunately. Moving on to lip liners, I've got 4 from Primark, and I absolutely love Primark lip liners. They are so pigmented, they last so well. I will just swatch one of them for you just so you can see. So you see that it's so soft and the colour transfers to the skin really easily. This is in the shade Taupe. I also have the shades Rumour, Toast and Foxy Nude. Okay, now let's whip through these lip liners really quickly. We've got some Kiko ones, lovely bright tones, definitely keeping these. This Kiko Milano one here is one of the Everlasting colour ranges. It's just not a colour for me, it doesn't work too well. I have all these lip liners from Essence. They were only 99p. That doesn't necessarily indicate quality though, but I don't find they're that good. They don't last long and they're really hard to transfer onto the skin. I won't be keeping these. A couple from NYX here. We have Cannes and we have Tea and Cookies, which is a brighter shade. These are both lovely lip liners. Some more lip liners here from Essence and Revolution. Don't particularly like those. Another one from Essence. Have one from the Natural collection. It's a decent pencil, but I don't really wear that tone. And finally, a newer one. This is the Power Pout 12-Hour Precision Lip Liner from Studio London. And I will definitely be keeping this because I find the pigment does last. So I mainly decluttered a few lip glosses and lip liners. Pretty happy with that though. This is down a hell of a lot. Moving on to eyes, and by this point you can see my hand is quite red from swatching so many products and washing it off. So maybe I need to go easy on the swatches for a moment. So first up, we've got some small eyeshadow palettes. I've talked about the MUA £5 palettes a fair amount and swatched them on screen, so I won't do it again. We have Desert Bloom and Neutral Wonderlust, gorgeous palettes, amazing metallic shimmers. I also have these 3 palettes here from the Elf and Dunkin' Donuts range, really cute range. Don't think I'll keep this one because I don't reach for these kind of pinks. I do like this one because this yellow is beautiful and these browns are very wearable. Haven't used this one much, but I do love this colour here, and I do think I probably need to try this blue sometime. Not quite sure how I'll work it into a look, but I'll give it a go. So then I have these 2 from the Mint Melt range. This is definite no. I don't know what this shade is about. It's not very nice at all. This one, however, is much cuter. And this is a classic cool toned rose palette. You can see I've hit pan on one of the shades. Beautiful range of colours, and it's the Rosewater palette. So a few other eye products now, the sort of eyeshadow range. This is a Epic Wear liner from NYX in Frosted Lilac. This is gorgeous and really wearable. If you're scared of using colour, definitely give this one a go. Stunning lilac-y purple shade, lots of shine to that. And obviously you can use it as an all-over eyeshadow shade or just as a liner. Similarly, this Fancy Champagne eyeshadow stick from Revolution is gorgeous. Look at that glow, just so easy to wear, great everyday shade, great for your inner corner. This is another product from the Spanish supermarket brand Mercadona. I don't really reach for this colour, so I'm going to get rid of that one. These are 2 cream eyeshadows from the Colourstay range from Revlon. This bronzy shade is Praline and this purple shade is Blackcurrant. They're both lovely, both easy to work with. Also like this sleek, loose pigment. It's fantastic and really easy to work with as well. Moving on to eyebrow products. So we have NYX Control Freak. Love this, but it's a bit old. Need to get a new one. This NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. Unfortunately, I don't use this. I just find it's too time consuming. This product is relatively new to me, the Thick It Stick It from NYX, and it's in the shade Cool Ash Brown. So this is one of those eyebrow products with fibres to kind of increase the density of your brows. Can't wait to use this a bit more. And then we have the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Beautiful product. This is just a mini version. I love the dual-sided brush and it does hold your brows in place all day. So a few eyebrow pencils. You all know that the Brow Define from MUA is my holy grail, so I'll be keeping this one. And I'll also be keeping the miniature version and another miniature version. Have so many of them. These two pencils here from Kiko and Natural Collection just don't really work for me that well at the moment, so I'll be getting rid of those, plus they're pretty used up. So I have a selection of black eyeliners. I don't use them. So this is a lash and brow volumizer from Instant Effects. I haven't really used it. I think it must have been a freebie or something, so I'll dispose of that. And finally, e.l.f. Lash and Roll is my current mascara, great everyday mascara, really enjoying using it. So that's whittled down this collection quite nicely, happy with that, and we'll move on to palettes. So these are all my palettes, or sort of large items. First up we have this Morphe 2 stacker. It's got an eyeshadow, a blusher, a lip gloss and a highlighter. I really don't like this highlighter, it's way too dark and this is really childlike. I also don't like this because I'm not really a fan of the green iridescent feel. I'd prefer it if it was more peachy or golden, so that's a no. I have this palette from Revolution and this one, and they were both £5. I'll be keeping this one, but I don't like this one as much because I don't find the shades are as good. They're more gritty, whilst these are smoother. This shade here is my favourite. Really nice and wearable, lovely glossy look to the lids. This is a mini palette from Essence and it's a lovely pinky toned palette, loads of shimmers and some mattes, so really versatile. I will definitely be keeping this one. Unfortunately this Colourpop one is a bit smashed now, but you can see some gorgeous shimmers and mattes, and I really love like warm orange tones. This bronzy shade is beautiful, I love the gold flecks. So I have two palettes from Charlotte Tilbury here. I have the Exaggerize and the Bella Sophia palette, and in both of these I absolutely love this like pop of colour shimmer shade. It just really captures the light. Whilst this one is more bronzy, but it has that same kind of capturing the light and you can really see the glow. I'll keep both of these, of course. These are two palettes from Nip and Fab and I think they're really fantastic, really convenient for travel. I love with the contour palette that they are actually contour shades, so they're quite cool toned. Yes, they do have some warmer options, but I really like this cool toned shade here, and these blushes as well, a shade to suit everybody and for all seasons. So these are a couple of Zoeva palettes that I will be getting rid of. This is the Rose Golden palette, and you've got a blush, highlighter and contour. I've loved the blush, but I haven't used these two as much, so it's a no to this one. And this Screen Queen, again, the colours aren't quite right for me. I have used this as a blush topper, but I haven't touched these two shades. This palette from Revolution Pro is beautiful, gorgeous packaging. My only criticism is I wish they also had a matte shade in here, or two matte shades. Here you go, you can see they've got so much pigment and they look absolutely beautiful. I will be getting rid of these two from Revolution. This is a Clean Beauty Planet Revolution eyeshadow palette. I do love the colours, but I find the pigmentation isn't very good. There's not much colour payoff, and also I wish there was some more mattes in here, but unfortunately there aren't. Likewise, the only shade I use in here is this one, which works out as a nice contour, but the other shades I don't really use, so I might as well get rid of it. A couple more face palettes here. So we have this lovely highlighter palette from Soph, 100% keeping this. And I also find myself reaching from this a lot. It's from the Eternal Rose collection. These two mix really well for a shimmery shade, or you could just use the pink alone, and you can also either use one of these or mix them together for a highlighter. But you can see that is a lovely peachy pink tone for your skin. Finally, we are left with some eyeshadow palettes. So this one here I will definitely be keeping. It's the Hello English Rose from Pixie. We have some gorgeous blush toppers and highlighters here, and I adore this colour story, so wearable. I also love that there is an equal amount of mattes and shimmers. So creamy and shimmery. And then of these ones here, the only one that I won't be keeping actually is this Naked 2 Urban Decay palette. So this is super old, so I probably need to get rid of it. But as you can see, I haven't even really used it that much. I'm not a huge fan of the cool tones, but also I find this doesn't last very well. It's not very durable and it's not very pigmented either. So here is what is left. So this is an LA Splash palette, and I love there are matte and shimmer shades that correspond to one another. Really wearable and something that you can always trust if you bring it on holiday, for example. This Sephora palette is a couple of years old, but I absolutely love this yellow. It is so bright and beautiful. loads of colour pigment in that. And the shimmers, again, are that sort of iridescent glimmer. And finally, 2 beautiful palettes. This is from Iconic London. Absolutely love all the warm tones, all the shimmers. The only downside of that is not convenient for travel, but great for home. This one is perfect for travel. This is the Super Spice palette from Soph with a collaboration with Revolution. And it's very bright, and you can see I haven't really used many of the super bright shades, but it's definitely something I want to experiment with. This Dreamy is my favourite colour. It's a beautiful purple pigment, very pearlescent and very mermaid vibes. And obviously this blue really stands out too. Absolutely stunning. So there we have it. These are the palettes that I will be donating or getting rid of. If you enjoy this type of content, please do like and subscribe. I'd be so grateful, and I can't wait to see you in a future video. Bye bye.